This ring was given to my father by his mother. There is a special inscription on it, which I have in writing. This is one of the belongs on my father, which I have not yet put into the museum, but it belongs to the museum.
Later, not now.
Darf ich eben dabei kommen?
Aber hier müssen wir mal Staub wischen. Ach, na, das ist natürlich eine Sache. Lass das bloß nicht fallen.
Das ist eine Geschichte.
Na, das muss hinter dann.
Ah.
Das ist nicht gut, wenn das. Na, dann müssen wir nachher machen. Ich kann nicht.
First of all, that frame, that was the certificate that Hazrat Inayat-Khan received from his murshid after the training in India. We see here the fountain pen of Hazrat Inayat-Khan, with which he wrote most of his sayings, and a few pencils as well. And on the right side we see a painting which my mother made herself on leather to be the front page of the book of poems which she wrote herself. Yes. This is the book, and these are all the poems that she wrote dedicated to my father. This is all her own work. And in back here, this carpet, this is the carpet that on which Hazrat Inayat-Khan always sat to do his meditations. This is one of the most sacred objects that we have here. Here we have a black box in which the rosaries were kept.
What you like so much, yeah.
What's she looking at?
To you. For you.
Oh, I see.
We are waiting for you.
All right, and here in this little box, was this ring, which was offered to my father by his mother.
Yeah.
And which has been preserved by miracle after all these years. This is a picture of my mother when she met my father, and my father always kept that picture on his night table. And you see how young she was. This is the emblem of my mother. There is a similar one, which was the emblem of my father, and which I was never allowed to get back again. This was the belt that Hazrat Inayat-Khan received when he graduated as director of the music school, the Gayan Shala in Baroda. And this is this book is a Minka Musica, the treatise on music, on Indian music that Hazrat Inayat-Khan has written, which is in Hindustani. I wish I could read it, but I cannot. You see, all these items belong to what I had started before the war in Fazl Manzil. I called it the biographical, and this was the emblem of that museum. Yes, I started the archives of Fazl Manzil, yes. That was before the war.
This is not from the Nekbakt Foundation?
No!
Ah.
Fazl Manzil!
Yeah, yeah.
And here you can see,
Doesn't matter.
in those days, you had to have a visa everywhere, to go to Belgium, to go to Holland, to go to Germany. This was the passport of my mother,
Yeah, yeah.
Amina Begum Inayat-Khan. These are the element tones.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Okay, is that enough? This is a toy that my father brought to me from America. It was in those days, there was no electronics, but there was a battery in it, and when one said Rex, the dog jumped out. And my father was so very, how would I say, happy to give me this toy. He thought he just laughed, and he himself said, Rex, and the dog jumped out. For many years, the family, the father, the mother, and the uncles and the children all lived in that home in Suren, which was offered by Murshida Fazlman.
Yes, I
It's
forgot
very
about
important for her memory to be kept alive. I was present when she died in Holland. She had been in the coma for quite some time, and then all of a sudden one day she just opened her eyes and looked in the sky and said, "Oh, Murshid bin Yeda," and then she passed away.
You were talking about taking all the things to the south of France. Right? When was that?
Well, during the war in 1940.
What happened?
1940.
Yeah.
Nicht fort.
No.
You don't want me to talk about the war now, do you?
No.
Well, tell us some if you want to.
We were told, because we were all British, I was
Yeah.
British, we all had British passports, we were told that they are starting now to put the British in the camps in Syria. In Drancy there were
Yeah.
camps where they were collecting all the British and all the Jews.
Yeah.
The two enemies, the Jews and the British. And so we, the whole family, joined in 3 cars, and we left for Zalmazel to go to the south of France. And I mean, to leave France. Now, Vilayat was in a I've forgotten now those little English cars. He had part of the family. Mushraf Khan was with Shahzadi.
Savitri.
No, not Shahzadi.
Huh?
Savitri.
I mean, Savitri.
Yeah.
And then in my car, I had the family, the children, and on the top, all the papers, the Gathas, Sangatas, Sangitas, all in boxes, and all these precious things that I packed and thought we must keep those in security. But my intention was not to go to England,
Yeah.
but to go to the south of France, because there was a part of south of France which was free,
Yeah.
which was called La France Libre.
So, yeah.
And then later on, the family came to Holland, to the Anna Pavlona side, that's right, and I had all the papers. When I say papers, I mean the Gathas, the Gitas, Sangatas, and all the lecture.
You mean what Moshe called the children bag?
Yes, the children's bag. Yeah, it's good that you mentioned that. My father wanted us to have, he called it the children's bag, all his teachings in a big bag only for the children.
Yeah.
Sangatas 3, Sangatas 2, and all of that. And then all these precious things, I don't know for what reason, but I had left them in Suren in a safe.
So there you had a
Except
safe.
for one thing,
Yeah.
which was a box, a black box, no, 2 things. One was a black box with all the medals of my father that he had from the Maharajas.
But the medals were not in, were they?
Huh?
The medals were not in
In where?
that box because Moshe lost them all, didn't he?
Yes, but he had there had been a copy made of every medal. He had a copy of every medal, and those copies were in that box.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm saying again, I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
For some reason or other, I took one of those medals out of the box
Oh.
because I felt very attracted to it. Because I'll tell you why. All those medals were from the Maharajas, different Maharajas of India.
Mm.
But that one medal was not from a Maharaja, it was from the Hindu temple in San Francisco, where my father gave the first concert of Indian music. And since I'm always attracted by music, I thought, well, that medal, I want to keep it myself.